Some editions of the Psalter and prayer books for priests contain an unusual order not mentioned in the Typicon. You will not find it in the divine service, and the number of people practicing it in private prayer is probably also quite low. In modern practice, the rule of the 12 Psalms is not part of the daily or any other cycles of worship. However, it is still practiced by Christians with zealous attitude to prayer. Despite its current status of a private prayer rule, this rite was part of the ancient liturgical cycle of Psalms read during the 12 hours of the night. This night cycle was part of a system including 24 services, one for every hour. We know very little about the worship of that time, except that it was quite different from the modern rule with the 7 hours, the midnight office and the typical psalms, universally accepted by today's Orthodox Church and based on the Palestinian Book of Hours. It is that completely different liturgical system that the rule of the 12 Psalms originates from, which is why it is not present in modern worship. According to the testimony of St. John Cassian the Roman, Psalms are read during the evening and night gatherings throughout Egypt and Thebais, with the addition of the 12 readings from the Old and New Testaments. This rule was observed in all monasteries. According to the legend, it was not established by people, but revealed to the fathers by an angel. St. John describes an incident when the desert fathers gathered together to decide how many psalms should be read in each monastery. The dispute became stalled, with some suggesting that 50 psalms should be read, some insisting on 60, and others giving their own suggestions. It was time for the evening worship when one of the elders came into the middle and began to sing psalms. After reading the 12th psalm and Alleluia, he suddenly disappeared, thus putting an end to the dispute, for everyone understood that he was an angel. What does the modern version of the 12 Psalms rule look like? The order begins with the usual priestly or laity exclamation, followed by the standard usual beginning, after which the reading of the Psalms begins. After each 3 Psalms, the Trisagion through Our Father and the repentant Troparia to the Lord and the Theotokos are read, concluded by Lord have mercy, read 30 times. Next comes Come and let us bow down 3 times, and then the following 3 Psalms. The final reading consists of Psalm 102, the prayer of King Manasseh and the Great Doxology, after which the prayer of Saint Eustratius is read. The rule is concluded with the final Trisagion through Our Father, the Troparia, Lord have mercy 30 times, and the dismissal. What is the significance of this rite in the life of a modern Christian? First of all, reading it allows one to join the prayer law of the ancient church, opening slightly the door to the cradle of Orthodox monasticism in Egypt and Thebais. Not every Christian is able to privately perform Matins and Vespers due to the complexity of their structure, as well as the mere lack of time and service books. At the same time, the daily reading of the same morning and evening prayers is prone to turning into a mere formality. The rite of the 12 Psalms is diverse and saturated not only with biblical text, but also with beautiful hymnography. According to the old Russian tradition, reading it can replace Vespers and Matins for a layman unable to attend a church service.